Well, there were a couple of big stories to come out of last week's race at Darlington. Of course, Regan Smith's first win, but what everybody was really talking about throughout the week was a run-in between Kevin Harvick and Kyle Busch. Look at the way Harvick's car gets away from him after he jumps out, and that was when NASCAR had the big problem with him about that. And Kyle Busch for actions on the track. They were both fined, and they were both given penalties by NASCAR. More on that in a moment, but let's hear what Kevin and Kyle had to say in the media center, because Kevin is just a little bit confused about this boys have at it thing.
For me, it's definitely to the point where it's a little bit confusing with how it all works. I think when you look at the boys have at it theme.
To me, it's not a gray area. It's pretty simple. It's black and white, and you know, I'm not focused in all that really.
You know, Kyle's explanation was he had a flat tire and hooked me on the straightaway. So it's kind of one lie after another.
I'm lying about anything because there's video cameras and, what is it, 85 video cameras around the racetrack that'll pretty much simplify or back up anything that you're saying. So not lying about anything.
Them running up pit road is not a surprise to me. I think that they would back me. Whether I was right or wrong, they're gonna back me up, and I'll do the same for them. So that's the great part about our team, and you know, the 18 team not backing him up. I mean, when you don't have a backbone, how can you back somebody up?
You know, when I turned into the garage area, some of them were turning in with me and following the car. And when I got back to the truck, there were about 4 or 5 at the truck. So they were where they were supposed to be. I'll say that.
You know, the only answer I get out of Kyle is you know, I'm a race car driver, not a fighter.
I'm a racer, and I know that going out there on the racetrack and trying to win is the utmost thing.
As far as you two getting along, what would be the ideal scenario?
That probably won't ever happen.
As far as us getting along, I'm not sure we ever really did. I think he tried, and that's why at Homestead I kind of talked about the two-face of Kevin Harvick.
The way that I was brought up and taught to race, when you hook somebody in the right rear quarter panel, that's the equivalent as throwing your gloves off in hockey.
Apparently he's watching too much hockey.
But you can't watch too much hockey. We love the hockey. Let's take a look at what NASCAR hit these two drivers with. They were each fined $25,000 and placed on probation for all NASCAR events until June 15th. So we will talk a lot more about this as the show goes on.